chief guest of the day, Swami Prakarshananda ji, the chief guest of the day, respected director Dr. D.R. Somashekar sir, group director R&D Dr. Lakshman Prasad sir, director executive director executive Dr. D.K. Chauhan sir, director academics Dr. Vikesh Kumar, dean student welfare Shri H.G. Garg sir, respective HODs of various departments, Principal Pharmacy Dr. Monica Sachdeva ma'am, and my dear faculty members. Strength is life, weakness is death, expansion is life, contraction is death, love is life, hatred is death. So, with these golden words, I would like to call our director, sir, with his precious and motivating words. Thank you, sir. Sir, please.
Thank you, Shika. Shika, once again, it is in a check. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
The voice is clear, sir.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Chief Guest of the Day, Swami Prakarshananda ji, Chinmaya Mission, New Delhi. All the top officials of the RKG group of institutions, the convener of the program, organizers of the program, the HODs, committed band of teachers, and more than all, my dear students who have joined on YouTube. Friends, at the outset, let me take this opportunity to welcome our honorable chief guest, Swamiji Prakarshananda Swamiji. Swamiji, we are highly grateful to you for accepting our invitation and sparing your valuable time. On behalf of the management, on behalf of the committed band of teachers, and on my own behalf, I wholeheartedly welcome you, Swamiji. I also take this opportunity to welcome all the top officials, the HODs, committed band of teachers, and more than all, the young generation of the youths, that is our beloved students. Friends, you all agree with me, the Swami Vivekananda, who struggled hard to create an awareness in the youth, particularly. The one speech which was at Chicago, who gave a speech, and he started with addressing the audience, the brothers and sisters. That gave a very sparkling for all the audience, and that is indicating the belongingness. Today, what is happening in the globalization era, the stigma of the belongingness, the kith and kins, relatives, friends, those, the values are becoming a question mark. That is one apart. Friends, you are the young generation who will be shouldering for the development of the country in the future. We thought this younger generation need to be the awakened or arised to trigger them to be ready for the services of the country. Though the Youth Day celebrated on the 12th of January, because of some problem, particularly the chief guest which we were hunting, and finally we are highly honored and by the grace of God, we could find a renowned speaker for the day, that is from the Chinmaya mission, Swami Prakarshananda ji. So friends, I don't want to take much of your time. So only one slogan which I would like to quote is, arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. So this was a very beautiful and very popular quote used extensively to trigger the minds of the younger generation. So I wish all the best of luck in all your endurance of life. And I also congratulate the organizers, particularly the SAC, for, that is the Students Activity Council, for organizing such a program for the benefit of the this younger generation. Thank you very much. Jai Hind. Namaskar. Over to Shika.
Thank you, sir, for your precious words. Now, the most awaited moment has arrived. Today, we have the speaker of the day, Swami Prakarshananda ji, with us, who is an alumni of Sandapini Sandhyanalaya, Powai, Mumbai, has an illustrious record of services to the Chinmaya mission. A master's in veterinary science. He worked 7 years as an assistant professor at the Mumbai Veterinary College. During this period, he mastered the principles of yoga by undergoing an advanced course from the Mumbai University. His strong commitment to devote his life to propagate Vedanta resulted in his initiation as Brahmachari Prahlad and was posted to Madgaon. In 2014, on Shivratri, he received sannyas diksha. Swami Prakashananda ji served as Madgaon from 2004 to 2016. Sir, we are pleased and excited to have you with us. Having people like you is a blessing. So we are very eager to hear from you, sir. Sir?
Thank you very much. So should I start?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you for a nice introduction. And Hari Om to one and all present today on this online session for rather what we understand as we are celebrating the Jayanti, that is called as the birthday of Swami Vivekananda Maharaj, that is 12th of January, and which happens to be our National Youth Day. So, my dear friends, I would ask one question to you, and that question is, please think, are all wealthy people good? First question, are all wealthy people good? So, I don't have to answer, you know the answer. Now, the second important question, are all educated people good? Are all educated people good? Again, I don't have to give an answer. You know the answer now. So, we must understand that even though they acquire so much of wealth, why the goodness is not there in them. So much of education they have acquired, but why the goodness is not there in them. So, just think, mere wealth is not the sign of goodness, mere degrees and academic degrees is also not the sign of goodness. I'm just giving you a Very important thought where you can contemplate and understand, oh yes. So what I want to convey out of these questions. First, there should not be a money as a goal of life. Think. I'm giving you a point, a contemplative points to think. Now ask yourself, can only money be the goal of life? So let me explain this. If a money is only a goal of life, then all those who are robbers, all those who are, people, those who are doing a wrong things, the scams and all the things, they are considered as good then because they have a lot of money. So understand, money is required in life, no doubt about it. But money cannot be the sole goal of life. Cannot be the only goal or the supreme goal of life. Please, please note it. Second, only education, that is called as bookish education, is also not the goal of life, because there are n number of, now let me just give an examples from professions, doctors, engineers, and so on and so forth. They are all doing bad, wrong practices. Yes or no? Think. Yes, it is. So that means education has not made a real impact on their minds and intellect, which should have been done. So what is education? That's the point. So where now our, I hope I do not exactly remember the name, who has just welcomed everyone. I think who is the principal of, is it the principal? Ji sir? Dr. Pavan, can you just tell me what is the name of our...
Yes, sir. He is the director of RKGIT, Dr. D.R. Somsekar, sir.
So D.R. Somsekar ji has mentioned beautiful point. What is that? This is the quotation from Swami Vivekananda. And actually, it is a mantra from Upanishad, which he has given as the quotation, or he has lived it in his life. What is that? Arise, awake, till the goal not reached. Now, what is this arise and awake? That one has to be very clear about. Arise, awake. See, we all understand, in this world, we all have to achieve something or other. Yes or no? This yes or no, when I ask, I give you a time to think. We all have a goal to achieve in this life. Like you all are studying, some people are studying engineering. I think some people are here, those who are studying pharmacy and so on. So you have your goal that this I want to become. So when you have a goal, think about that what all involves in my goal. So the first important point is your personality. Your personality. Now let us just think of Swami Vivekananda Maharaj. Look at his personality. His physical personality is very strong. Second, his mental personality is very balanced. Third, his intellectual personality is very sharp. And his social personality is very harmonious. And this happened because his spiritual personality was very strong, and that is a substratum of the strong personality of any one of us. So my point is, there should be a value that is called as principles in our life. So Swami Chinmaya ji says beautifully, he says, if you do not stand for something, you will fall for everything. I repeat, Swami Chinmaya ji says, if you do not stand for something, you will fall for everything. That means, if we do not actually uphold a right principle in our life, anyone can really distract us, anyone can tempt us, anyone can instigate us to do any wrong action in life. Think. So, those who say that, I have done this wrong action because of this person or that person, my dear, that's not the right way of understanding or thinking. That's not the right way. Please note that if you do the wrong thing, that means your principle was not strong enough to completely resist all evil in the society or in your friend circle too. So please note that we must have a strong principles in our life. What can be the strong principle we all must carry? Now comes Swami Vivekananda. Look at his life as whole. I'll give a beautiful story from his life. He was very handsome and good looking. He was very much learned person and an intelligent, sharp-minded one, and a very jovial as well as shining personality. So when he went to the West, America, he started becoming more and more popular. What happens? One day he was giving a lecture in a very beautiful hall. The hall was full with elite people. After his fiery, grand lecture, people started coming and meeting him. Slowly, when the crowd went off, a beautiful lady came to meet Swami Vivekananda. Then she introduced herself that I am the Hollywood actress. Oh, sir, I want to have a personal dialogue with you. Swamiji said, what is that? So she says, no, it is extremely important. So give me a time. Swamiji gave a time and gave an address where he was staying. Next day, she arrived and she was decked up. The way she could do the best for her to look as stunning as possible. And she came in front of Swami Vivekananda Maharaj. So Swami Vivekananda Maharaj greeted her very, very cordially with a great heart. And he asked, oh madam, what can I do? So she said, I want to ask you a very important question. Or rather, would like to give a great proposal. He said, what is that? She said, see, you are so intelligent. You are so good looking, handsome, young. And I am so beautiful. And I am so popular. And I have so much of money. So if we marry, think that the child will be very good like you. Now Swami Vivekananda Maharaj just took a pause and very, very compassionately said to her, madam, if you like a child like me, Why don't you consider me as your child? My friends, please think, having got such opportunity, he has shown that what the principle he is standing for, and he did not get distracted in spite of such a great temptation of life. So, my request to every young heart, every young student of this college, that you must understand that there should be a principle in life, and that principle should be to keep your heart, keep your mind, keep your intellect, and keep your actions pure. Keep your actions pure. Keep your intentions pure. And you see what really miracle happens in your life. Going further, why Swami Vivekananda got what he really became? Just imagine. No doubt his personality was good, but he went through a very tough, so-called as sadhana. What is called as sadhana? Sadhana means a very hard spiritual practice. So my dear friends, he wanted to achieve a spiritual enlightenment. So he did a very great tapasya, that's called as hard practices in that field. So it is true in every field that we all have to do a very great hard work. And that great hard work is extremely important for every one of us in this whole life. And it is not only during the school, college days, but throughout the life, you should carry this principle to work hard wherever you are. Keep this principle in your mind that you have to work hard in wherever, whichever field you select. Now, I'll tell you something very interesting. People say that so much of distraction is there. So for this, beautiful lines in Hindi. खुद की तरक्की में, खुद की तरक्की में इतना समय लगा दो, खुद की तरक्की में इतना समय लगा दो कि किसी और की बुराई करने में या कोई अन्य बुराई काम करने में हमारे पास वक्त ही ना रह जाए, हमारे पास वक्त ही ना रह जाए. देखिए, मोस्ट important point of life, when you have lot of free time and there is nothing great to do, the mind falls in a very wrong direction. And because of the direction of the mind, whatever comes, which is called as the state of our life. So our state of life depends on the direction of our mind. Please think, the state of our life is because the direction of your mind. What do I understand by direction? Now keep this also in your mind or note it. Wherever your energy flows, wherever your energy flows, that grows, that grows. अभी सोचिएगा कि where is your energy flowing? Let me give an example. If somebody's energy is just flowing towards all food items and he is very foodie, then you can definitely understand the size of that person can be so big that person may not able to sit in one chair, you would require a sofa to sit. Okay, a joke apart, understand that your energy is extremely important part of your life, and you should be very much aware where my energy is flowing. Now just see and connect the life of Swami Vivekananda. His energy was flowing in one direction. It was unidirectional and it was complete. And that's why he could attain that what he wanted to attain. My dear friends, let me give some different example, which is actually a negative one. Now, Bin Laden, who destroyed the America's top security building. Now just imagine, his energy was also flowing in some direction. He was also an intelligent person. He was also a very good organizer. He was also a good planner, and altogether he was a very, very sharp person too. But understand, this all energy of his mind was flowing towards a wrong direction. And that's why he got what he got in his life, the bullets, bullets and bullets as the end of the life. See, I gave you two examples. One example, Swami Vivekananda, whose energy was positive and towards the greater cause. Second person whose energy was great but was flowing towards a negative, a very wrong cause. Both could achieve whatever they wanted to achieve, but one became the star and one became a great obstacle in the path of progress of n number of life. One became a great source of sorrow, source of pain in n number of lives. Just imagine. It's just because of the energy which was flowing towards a wrong direction. Therefore, my dear friends, let me bring your attention to this point, that you should be very much aware that where your energy should flow. Now, when we are going through the process of education, what are all important points we should understand? So I gave an topic that is called as discover the jewel within. Discover the jewel within. See, discovery, this word we have to understand. Discovery means that which is already there and we just find it out that, oh, it is there. Example, that, Newton's law of gravity. Now, the gravity force was always there. What happened? Newton could discover it. He could understand it. And that's why we all now understood, because of his right understanding, his right thinking, his right observation. So discovery means that which is there, you have to just find it out with your right observation, with your right understanding, and with your right patience to go dive deep in your own mind. We all have a unique personality with all of us. Find that uniqueness in you, and that's what I'm calling you as a discover a jewel within. I'll again connect to a very nice example. You must have heard, or you must, know this. There is one gentleman, a very young person, whose name is Amrut Deshmukh, who Actually, let me just give some brief story of this person who is now in Mumbai and who actually was a chartered accountant, and he was doing his job in stocks exchange and earning like hell, means learning so much and so that he could enjoy everything. But one fine morning he could understand and realize, what am I doing with my education and my expertise? What am I doing? So what he was doing, he was making all those people doing all wrong things in whatever way, he was trying to correct and put it in a right way on paper, so it looks, oh, everything is fine. So therefore, he got a very great jolt in his hand that I am supporting all wrong actions, and therefore whatever I am earning is also because of the wrong means. He quit the job. He quit the job, and then he became a very sort of impatient that what to do, what to do. Then he started small startups. First startup failed. Second startup failed. By the time his girlfriend also left him. You must be surprised. But one day his friend came to him and he was reading one book. A friend said, "What are you reading?" He said, "I'm going through a nice book of how to manage our life skills." So he says, "Can you tell me something out of this book?" He said, "Yes." So he narrated beautiful points from the book he was reading. A friend said to him, "Oh, Amrut, you have narrated all the points, important points of this book so beautifully that I could relate to it fantastically, and it was very interesting for me. Why don't you do it for lot of youngsters and enlighten them by a right thinking?" So he got a clue of his dwell within. He immediately started working on it. He read 4 or 5 books. He derived the summary and started audio recordings on WhatsApp. So quickly, his audio clips became so famous. In thousand people were requesting him. The WhatsApp people, they blocked him. Then he started his own small, again a great startup by making an app. Make India Read. Make India Read. A booklet guy. Amrut Deshmukh. You must visit. You will find, oh, great treasure of thousands of books and summary form as well as in a descriptive form too, whatever you select. So my dear, I just wanted to tell you one example that how a great so-called as money earning person changed his life by diving deep into his heart and finding the jewel within. So, my appeal to everyone that let us give a time to us. That means you give time to yourself. Have appointment with you every day, 10 to 15 minutes. Please note, you must have an exclusive appointment with yourself, 10 to 15 minutes, where you will think that what is there in my mind. Dive deep in your mind. Dive deep in your mind. Be there and honestly find out what exactly I want to do in my life. What exactly I want to do in my life. And when you understand that yes, this is what a great discovery, that this is a field where I can do my best, that day is actually your birthday. That day is an actual your birthday, because all these days you were not living as you are. As Swami Vivekananda said, that I understood myself when I went to my Guru, and I could understand my heart and my aspiration correctly there. So, my dear friends, we all must understand that be honest to yourself, like Swami Vivekananda was honest to oneself. Dive deep in your heart and find out what exactly that unique quality is there with you. Once you find that unique quality and start working on it, you will immerse in joy. And then money as well as name and fame will not only the list of your life, but you will cross that having all of it in your pocket. So we all should and must understand that in life we should carry good values, good association. One last important message from Swami Vivekananda. He said, show me your friend, and I will let you know who you are. What does it mean? My dear friends, it means as we have our association, we have all impression of different thoughts or different sort of exposure to whatever they think. So there is a great impact of others' thought on our mind. If your association is of good category, then your mind will have a good impact. But please mind well, if your association is not good, today where you have to just give up all wrong association, let whosoever he or she may be. Because simple way you must understand, जैसा संग वैसा रंग, जैसा संग वैसा रंग. Let me give some nice Hindi beautiful lines. मुश्किल नहीं है कुछ दुनिया में, तू जरा हिम्मत करके तो देख. मुश्किल नहीं है कुछ दुनिया में, तू जरा हिम्मत करके तो देख. ख्वाब बदलेंगे हकीकत में, ख्वाब बदलेंगे हकीकत में, तू जरा कोशिश करके तो देख, तू जरा कोशिश करके तो देख. राह संघर्ष की जो चलता है, राह संघर्ष की जो चलता है, वही संसार को बदलता है, वही संसार को बदलता है. जिसने रातों की जंग को जीता है, जिसने रातों की जंग को जीता है, सूरज बनकर वही चमकता है, सूरज बनकर वही चमकता है. So my dear friends, difficulties in life, the problems in life, do not see at a problem. See it as a challenges. See it as an opportunity to grow and cross them. Because every experience of life will make you more and more strong, more and more so-called as a broad-minded. Therefore, if difficult situation comes, don't just get distracted. Face it with all your right power, right energy, right understanding. and you will come up with a very shining personality if you do not run away from your problems, difficulties, and the evil challenges of life. I invoke the grace of Lord. I also invoke the blessings of Puja Gurudev to one and all who is there present for this session today on Swami Vivekananda and discover the jewel within. I thank all the organizers for giving me this opportunity to be with all the young students to convey my few thoughts, my sharing to everyone, those who are there for this session. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your motivating and precious words. We have learned a lot from you today. So, on this auspicious occasion, I also would like to add a one more quote on life. जिंदगी की तपिश को सहन कीजिए जनाब, जिंदगी की तपिश को सहन कीजिए जनाब, अक्सर वो पौधे मुरझा जाते हैं जिनकी परवरिश छाया में होती है, अक्सर वो पौधे मुरझा जाते हैं जिनकी परवरिश छाया में होती है. Thank you once again to everyone. Thank you, sir, for your auspicious time. Now, I request Dr. Pawan Shukla, sir, SSC chairperson, to please present the vote of thanks. Pawan, sir, please.
यस, थैंक यू शिखा. सबसे पहले तो नमस्कार स्वामी जी, आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. आरकेजीआईटी की तरफ से, हम सब की तरफ से, हम सभी ऑर्गेनाइजर्स की तरफ से आपने हमारा ये आमंत्रण स्वीकार किया, उसके लिए तहे दिल से आपको धन्यवाद. आपकी कही हुई बातें हम सब के लिए, हमारे स्टूडेंट्स के लिए, फैकल्टी मेंबर्स के लिए, और मुझे ऐसा लगता है शायद हर किसी के लिए बहुत प्रेरणादायी थी. It was really a very inspiring and motivating, and moreover I can say in the present scenario of the situations, it was very soothing to all of us. So thank you very much for your words, for your valuable time which you spared on us to say many things. विवेकानंद जी के बारे में शायद बहुत सारी चीजें ऐसी थी जो हम लोगों को नहीं पता थी. उनके आदर्श और उनकी जो जीवन शैली थी, उनकी जो सोच थी, वो हम सबके लिए हमेशा प्रेरणादायी रहेगी. और आज आपकी बातें सुनकर के तो हमारा ये विश्वास और भी ज्यादा गहरा हो गया कि शायद जिंदगी में अमीर होना, बहुत बड़ा एजुकेशनिस्ट होना, आई थिंक इट डजंट मैटर. लाइफ में सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट अगर कुछ है तो वो अपना आत्म संयम, आत्म नियंत्रण, अपना कॉन्फिडेंस और सबसे बड़ा विश्वास जो लाइफ के लिए हम सब में होना चाहिए. आई थिंक शायद यही वो चीज थी जिसने स्वामी विवेकानंद जी को विवेकानंद बनाया और हम सबके लिए आदर्श बनाया. तो अगेन स्वामी जी, थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर कमिंग टू अस एंड फॉर योर इंस्पायरिंग वर्ड्स. I would like to say thanks to our director sir, who has always been a very motivating person, and his support and guidance is always with us to organize such events. I thank to all the official administration management of RKGIT for giving the opportunity to arrange this session. I also would like to say one name, I think Sri Umesh ji, who arranged this session for us. The communication between RKGIT and Swamiji was established through him only. So I personally want to convey my sincere thanks to him. My thanks to organizing team of Student Activity Council as the Literary Council, Mr. Upesh Bhatnagar, Shikha, Anil, the technical team, Mr. Praveen, and all the persons associated with you. Thanks to all the faculty members of RKGIT who joined this session and listened carefully this wonderful session of Swamiji. थैंक्स टू ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ RKGIT जिन्होंने इस सेशन को लाइव देखा है यूट्यूब पर। डेफिनेटली इस सेशन की रिकॉर्डिंग लाइव फेसबुक पर और यूट्यूब पर अवेलेबल रहेगी। तो जो भी फैकल्टी हैं वो अपने स्टूडेंट्स को मैसेज दे सकते हैं। एक फीडबैक लिंक अभी उपेश भटनागर जी ने शेयर किया है, so kindly send it to the students and as well as you are.
Pavan
Yes,
Kumar ji,
yes, sir ji, sir ji.
if you have a time, I can take one or two questions if they are from the student.
Uh, Actually, sir, students are on YouTube. Uh,
Oh, they are not
Actually,
live
yes,
here.
yes, sir. Actually, they are live, but they are on YouTube.
So can they send the chat questions on our chat?
यस सर, वी कैन सेंड इट, बट अभी क्या है कि अभी हमने अपना जो चैट बॉक्स या जो भी है वो अभी उसको म्यूट कर रखा है।
ठीक है,
तो
ठीक है।
आई थिंक कि सर हम एक
Next time, whenever it is possible.
डेफिनेटली सर वी विल अरेंज अ सेशन विद द सेलेक्टेड नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स ऑन जूम, then they
Yes.
will there will be a live
Because
interaction.
that interaction makes them more clear about the
Definitely,
thoughts.
definitely sir, definitely, and it will be more
ठीक है।
fruitful for all of us.
Okay जी, Hari Om.
Thank you sir, thank you very much. Namaskar
Most
once again
welcome,
sir.
and it was a nice session. Thank you.
Thank you sir, thank you. Over to you, Sikha.
Thank you, sir. Now, I request every faculty members that we will share a feedback link in the chat box, and everyone is requested to give their views on today's session. And I request the class coordinators, also faculties, to share with your students group. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.